Hello, everyone. This is timing. Totally intentional, and in fact, it actually was.
Okay. If you say so.
Oh, I
I mean, it was
completely
because the new
forgot
Snap
that
comes
Hal
out.
made this game. Wow.
Also, Jack and Beans.
Jack and Beans.
Shall we introduce our guest for today?
Hello, it's me, Nora. Some of you probably
Hi,
know
Nora.
me because I'm dating John. Others may know me because I have an excruciating Archie Sonic live blog I've been doing on Twitter. Oh, excuse me.
Why would you do that?
After a while you hear about Archie enough that you kind of just get curious.
Not me, but okay.
Last I checked,
You're also
she's
you.
getting pretty deep into the Ken Penders era. Oh,
Hello there, you dumb piece of shit. Go and take pictures for me while... your mom's still single, right? Yeah, go and take pictures of all the Pokemon. All of them. There's like 800. Go, come on, go, out of here.
But, Professor, there's only like 57 on this island. You don't really have much Pokemon stuff that's like this besides the anime where you see them just doing their own thing rather than, here's a trainer battle. You stand on one side, your opponent stands on the other. You throw a foot graphic at them.
Yeah.
Should we talk about the scoring of this game? It makes no fucking sense. Because Professor Oak just decides whatever the fuck he wants to give it. He'll
You're
give
the
it.
worst photographer I've ever seen, Ryan. Now, you said your mom was single, right?
The unfortunate thing is that, like, you can't really grade photography automatically.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I can understand it, but at the same time, I know a lot of people are really into the panel de Pon and
deep lore.
the Puyo Puyo lore, because apparently you're just friends with Satan.
Oh,
or
Puyo
something.
Puyo lore goes fucking deep.
I didn't know Puyo Puyo had lore. That's
Puyo
There's
Puyo
70
not only
million
has...
characters.
It's not only does Puyo Puyo have lore, Puyo Puyo is actually a spin-off of a totally different dead RPG series, which, from what I understand, ends with Arl dying and Satan makes the Puyo universe so that Arl can come back.
what?
Wait, what?
That's what I heard. That's what I fucking saw someone post that on Twitter earlier. It's like, shut up, this can't be real.
That
I don't know if
sounds
it's...
like the fakest shit.
It sounds like the fakest shit, and yet I believe it.
Yeah, me too. That's the problem. It's like, okay, how can you get a score on Pose for frickin' Kakuna? Like, it just sits there. It has no other thing that it does. Wait, well, hold on. How is that pose better than the first pose where he's like crouching and crap?
Yeah.
Rapidash.
Don't you want to hear about it?
I know that in Sword and Shield, they're like Rapidash and Ponyta are both fairy types rather than fire types.
Psychic fairy, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Which was
If you remember, Ted, you remember the whole 24-hour nature broadcast they did just to show Galarian Ponyta?
Oh, God.
And Joe America Serby went
What?
basically insane doing that.
did they just kill each other over an apple? What
Yes.
the hell?
Yep. Nature is
That's
cruel.
part of the-
Yeah,
You know?
that was confusing, but that's how they did it back in the day. Nowadays, it's like they remade for the Switch. They remade Friends of Mineral Town under the Story of Seasons title that they're using now. And
Yeah, the
they
whole
just,
Natsume Harvest Moon name debacle's its own other can of worms.
they just combined the two versions for the remake because, well, that's standard now. But it was previously two different games. There was Friends of Mineral Town, where you played as the kid in the hat, and then there was the girl version, which was creatively titled More Friends of Mineral Town.
All right, we have to come up with a different name for the girl version. Okay, do we put pink on the cover, right? They won't get it if there's not pink on the cover. All right. Okay, it's Mineral Town. What do we... More Friends of Mineral Town? Ship it. We got 3 other ports to do by lunch.
Welcome back, trainers. Or should I say, viewers of this commentary?
Well,
I can't exactly do a good Stuart Zagnut, Professor Oak.
How many megapixels do you have on that camera there, Todd?
they have a special Pokeball that doesn't catch Pokemon. That's just called
No, it's a pester ball. Yeah, it just
pester
annoys them.
the Pester Ball. And you can't
Imagine
call this-
having something like that though on a actual like river cruise or whatever. It's just like, here, throw this gas at all the animals. You see what happens, just to irritate them.
the movie sort of left it out, but it was in the book, and they brought it back for like Jurassic World and some scenes in Jurassic Park 3. So basically, they couldn't get the raft tour working in time for Grant's tour because the Dilophosauruses developed the ability to spit poison, and they had no idea what to fucking do about that.
That's dangerous. That seems like a
It's
good
almost
way
like
for some
making a
lawsuits.
theme park with a bunch of dangerous carnivorous animals is a bad idea.
What? No.
Honestly, like, they started adding this kind of stuff to represent the weird, somewhat nature ways that Pokemon would evolve, and like starting with Gen 4, and then it got more and more obtuse from there.
Did that
Yeah.
Psyduck just drown?
No, it's
Like,
okay.
tapped it in the face.
Like, I think in Gen 4, like, because the idea is that Mantine has the Remoraid's on its underbelly, so to
Yeah.
actually evolve the Mantine's Mantike, you
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
need to have a Remoraid
Remoraid
in your
Party.
stock.
It's weird.
I guess they kind of
mean,
technically
it's-
started that in Gen 3 with the Ninjask.
It's still better than hold your 3DS literally upside down.
How do they do that in later games? Like, does
Yeah,
Sword
how do
and
you
Shield
do that in
have
Sword
that?
and Shield?
I don't know if they're even available in Sword and Shield.
I've come to expect Game Freak to do the bare minimum, so it's like,
Why was that
Oh.
coughing abducting a Clefairy?
Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff,
but
whatever.
It's basically just being a dick.
Pink fluff
You know, it's-
ball.
was there a leaf stone in there?
A lot of these Pokemon just evolve when you're an asshole to them, really.
Yeah.
Also, we killed a coughing.
Oh, non-harmful pester balls, they said. It'll be fine, they said.
Oh, hey, who taught that Pikachu fly?
Is that what it looks like when you, like, in the real world, when you hack Pokemon moves onto them? Because I know
No,
if you do stuff
my favorite
like,
of that is Doduo, Dodrio, and Pokemon Stadium when they have fly. They're just up in the air kicking their legs.
Yeah, you can teach, if you teach Diglett Fly or Dugtrio Fly using hacks and put it into Stadium, they're just floating up there and it's like, what the hell are you doing, man? Or probably
Yeah.
working out however Pokemon compatibility is gonna work, like, between games and stuff like that. Like,
feel like
that
that-
also, I'm sure, takes a lot of time.
Yeah, they'll come out about a year later. For an additional $5 for your Pokemon Home subscription.
Oh, God.
Ugh. I've been keeping my fucking, what was the 3DS one, Pokemon Bank. I've been keeping that up because I'm too cheap to get home and I don't.
You
care
know they're
that
gonna
much
shut
about-
that down eventually.
Oh,
right?
they're gonna shut that down eventually, and I'm gonna be so mad about it on Twitter. Just y'all wait.
When they hold your old Pokemon
A
hostage. I mean, I get that a subscription model like that probably is going to take money.
The idea is fine. It's just ridiculously overpriced for what they're doing.
Oh my god, Surfing Pikachu.
Yes.
Yeah, because, I mean, shiny Pokemon are legitimately one of the most loved parts about the series. To the point where the Pokemon set, the Shining Fates, or whatever the new one is, people are going insane about that specific Pokemon set because there's a chance that the cards will have a shiny variation of the Pokemon on them.
Oh, that's why work's been out of shiny, out of the Pokemon sets for like a month now.
Yeah,
I've been
exactly.
wondering-
And Nintendo thought, well, not Nintendo. This is Pokemon Company who does the card game. They were like, oh yeah, nobody's gonna buy any more of this version of Pokemon cards than the other ones when we put an insanely rare collectible piece in it. So you don't need a print sold out like any at all. So let's not do that. And
Artificial scarcity.
yeah, but did we just run over a Meowth?
It's
Yes.
okay. Don't worry
They'll be
about
fine.
it.
Gardevoir, Gallade, those three. They feel like they could have potentially fit in with Gen 1 and Gen 2.
You're so full
Hi,
Dragonite.
Dragonite. Frickin'
Get
You're
that
so
bitch a
the first
Dragonite.
meme.
frickin'
Lance
Barney.
has 3 of them. He gets his cock sucked 3 times an hour. That's 1 for each Dragonite.
It's strong. Yay, it's so cute. Duh.
Lance the dragon trainer. It was like they wanted to have a boss fight centered around dragons and then realized at the last second that they didn't make enough dragons.
They only put 1 line in the game. So
Yeah.
they gave him all the Pokemon that vaguely look like dragons instead.
Yeah.
It's
There's
like
also
how-
there's also Agatha, the ghost type trainer, when there's only 1 ghost type line.
Even Gen 4 like did this fucking shit. Like it has a fire type
Elite Four member.
4 guy. Only 2 of his Pokemon are fire types.
He's got like an Onyx or some shit instead, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I will agree with the early evolution forms, but I think their final forms definitely do a lot to make them more stand out. Like, for example, Pidove is the first form. It's Pidgey. It's Pidgey, but a little rounder. And
It's Pidgey, but
gray.
a dove.
Yeah.
That's why it's called Pidove.
Yeah, but
Never.
but its final form, whose name I cannot
Unpheasant.
Unpheasant.
yeah, like that's a really cool design, especially when you compare the male and female designs, where the male has all of the bright colors and the female is, you know, mostly dull colors, because that's how these sorts of things work in real life, where the
like-
birds with the really expressive feathers and stuff like that. Like that's really
like a
neat.
I mean, on the other hand, oh Jesus, fuck.
Yeah, you have to make sure that the Magikarp goes into the waterfall to do
Yeah.
the Pokedex
Yeah, that's
reference to the whatever it's called.
Yeah.
The-
You got-
Decoying up the waterfall and becomes a dragon.
Yeah.
I guess it should be a goal that you can do at your own pace, I guess is the thing. And you shouldn't be locked behind major new content. Like, Animal Crossing is a good example. Animal Crossing does have a goal in to pay off your house, but the only thing you're locked off of by not paying off the house is just more room in your house, which is not a major thing. You can still do everything in Animal Crossing without paying off your loan.
Except
You know.
making the perfect house, and if you're not doing that, what are you even living for?
Talking to all your animal friends,
Ye-
fishing all the time, every day.
So much fishing.
But half the
Collecting egg. Can I offer you an egg in this trying time?
No.
Also, what does the flute actually do?
It's like the other 2 things. It makes things interact differently. So it wakes the Jinx up, which means we get Articuno, a very low poly, bad looking Articuno.
You see, one thing I can tell that happens when you use the speed up is it actually just speeds up the entire game and not just you, because you can see the
Yeah.
Pokemon animate faster while the
also,
speed up's going.
also the text moves faster on the gate there.
Oh, that other one's a bastard. It just
Yeah,
started
you can see the
laughing
text
at
like
me.
snap back to the slower speed once I slowed down.
Ryan, stop.
You're gonna
No.
make someone sick.
You're making me sick.
This Pokemon is shit. Just as shitty as your picture of it.
Throw some Instagram filters on that bitch.
Hashtag woke up like this.
Hey, an Articuno, that's literal.
What are we talking about now?
In
Okay,
Pokemon
and-
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, there's a bonus campaign afterwards where
Giovanni leads all the bad guys
Wait,
from the other
are
generations.
we talking like Team Rainbow Rocket?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we're talking about.
Oh, Jesus. Fuck, that was so stupid.
I
Yes,
mean,
it
there
was.
were some cool parts in it. Like, it was neat that, like, Gestus, however the hell you pronounce his name, Dennis.
Dennis.
It's neat that Dennis is like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna let Giovanni pretend he's running and try to run stuff behind the scenes. And then Giovanni's like, you're a dumb piece of shit. Did you think I wouldn't know you'd do that? You moron. You absolute fucking disaster.
And meanwhile, everyone just hates Maxie and Archie because they're stupid.
I mean, Giovanni is a literal mobster, so...
I like there's an old comic where Maxie is like, I won! I got the sun to go down constantly! The oceans will dry up and land will reign supreme. And then you just see him in his house drinking coffee and reading the newspaper. And it's like, global warming melts ice caps.
Ice
And then
caps.
Archie's outside giving him the middle finger riding some water Pokemon. It's like, man, that's pretty good. So, yeah.
What the unholy... Did Zapdos just go to power up the generator?
Yeah.
Probably.
I think my favorite part about this is that turns on that screen over there, which is cool, but I think it also turns on the sign for this area, which is... Does that count as natural? I don't think that does.
No, someone clearly put that there.
Someone made this.
You made this? I made this.
Mm-hmm.
This may be unpopular. I actually really dig the anchor Pokemon that they added in Gen 6, because the anchor itself is not the Pokemon, it's the algae on it.
I thought that one was cool. Part of why I thought it was cool was that it was like one of the 3 Pokemon they didn't spoil before Gen 7 came out. So when I saw it, I was literally like, what the fuck is that? Oh, I forgot that the final area was just Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 64.
Yep.
So why does Mew resist having his photo taken? So,
Because he's a dick.
yeah, okay, that fits. I remember watching Mewtwo Strikes Back, and Mew just spent the entire movie trolling people for no reason.
Mewtwo comes across much more... Not Mewtwo, sorry. Original Mew, comes across a lot more as a dick in the Japanese version, where the way that they wrote its lines is much more like callous, and in the English version at least, they wrote it more so that Mew was kind of playful, but and less like just I don't give a crap about what's going on, like I'm
motherfucking Mew, I can do what I want.
like I think there's some sort of line about how it's like I don't care about the clones, like who the fuck gives a shit.
Oh come on, how did that miss?
Hitboxes.
Yep. And Mew's the only Pokemon here, so not a lot to do on this stage actually.
Yeah. Throw
But
apples.
these are so many mythicals now they can do a whole course of nothing but mythicals.
I'm sure that there will be a stage in the new... Oh, that hit it! That hit it! Come on.
It did, yeah, I know.
This thing created life on this world.
This is the progenitor god of Pokemon.
I thought that was Arceus.
Arceus is weird because they haven't really explained anything with him.
Maybe Pokemon Legends Arceus will, but like
Maybe.
the idea is that all Pokemon came from Mew because Mew has all of Pokemon DNA inside of it.
Yeah, another weird
but
crap.
Arceus technically created the world or whatever. So, I mean, it's almost like adding a god into the Pokemon mythos was a dumb and bad idea, but...
Does Mew reproduce asexually?
It can't reproduce at all, because if you put it in the Pokemon Center, it ain't banging no one.
Listen, if you created all of life on Earth, you'd be a little fucked out too.
Are you sure? Have you met my good friend Zeus?
Zeus didn't create shit.
Yeah, Zeus just blew shit up.
This game to me is not like a game that holds up very well, but I mean, I guess that's kind of defeating the point now, isn't it? Like
It's a 20-plus-year-old game. If you're playing it now, you have to go in expecting jank and just dumb decisions.
Yeah, it's certainly a game that I think would be much better updated, and hopefully new Pokemon Snap does what this game's trying to do,
Yeah.
It's
in a way.
It's definitely an idea that deserves a second shot. Heh, shot.
Eh.
No.
No.
I mean, that's a good way to frame the conversation.
Boo! Go to jail.
Oh, man. I'm gonna remember that a comment, Nora. I do have a photographic memory.
That's
I guess we could develop the idea further. Pictures.